Hello children, today we are going to start chapter number 13 and 14 of class 6 subject English 2. Chapter number 13 adverbs and chapter number 14 prepositions. Next. So first we are going to start chapter 13 adverbs. Read the following sentences. He writes badly. He spent his money foolishly. He hit the ball hard. We know that words which add something to meaning of a verb are called adverbs. Kinds of adverb: adverbs of manner, how; adverb of place, where; adverbs of time, when; adverbs of frequency, how often; interrogative adverb, ask questions; adverbs of degree, to what extent; adverb of manners. What do you notice about the adverbs in these sentences? They all show how the action is done. How does he write? Badly. How does he spend his money? Foolishly. How did he hit the ball? Hard. Definition: adverbs that show the manner in which some action is done are called adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner answer the questions how. Here we have the exercise 1. Underline the adverb of manner in the following sentence and name the verb with which each is used. First one, she writes well. How she is writing? Well. It is writes. Second, he loves her truly. Truly loved. Third one, he spoke quietly. Quietly spoke. You should not do so. So should not do. Should not do. The soldiers fought bravely. Bravely fought. The boy was walking fast. Fast was walking. They were talking loudly. Loudly were talking. He could not speak distinctly. Distinctly could not speak. Adverb of place. Read these sentences. The train stops here. We live there. My father has gone out. The rocket went up. Each of the adverb in the above sentence shows where the action is done. Adverb of place. Answer the questions where. Underline the adverb of place in the following sentences. He has come back. Underline the word back. Second, the little lamb followed Mary everywhere. Underline word everywhere. Let us go out. Underline the word out. Fourth one, the servant has gone upstairs. Underline the word upstairs. Fifth one, the peon is standing outside. Underline the word outside. Sixth one, we sat inside. Underline the word inside. Seventh, come in and sit down. Underline the word down. Eighth one, work hard or you will be kept in. Underline the word in. Adverbs of time or frequency. Read these sentences. The holidays will begin tomorrow. She goes to school every day. I shall return soon. Rama writes to me often. Each of the adverb in the above sentence shows when or how often the action is done. Adverb of time answer the questions when. Adverb of frequency answer how often. Exercise 3. Underline the adverb of time in the following sentences and circle the adverbs of frequency. First one, you may go now. So we are underlining the adverb and we will circle the adverb of frequency. Second one, the and soon came. Underline the word soon. Third, I hurt my knee yesterday. Underline the word yesterday. Fourth one, wasted time never returns. Underline the word never. Fifth one, he is going to Chennai shortly. Underline the word shortly. Sixth one, I shall visit you every year. Circle the word every. Seventh one, lately he has become lazy. Underline the word lately. Eighth one, I often hear the cuckoo sing. Circle the word often. Ninth one, I shall get a letter tomorrow. Underline the word tomorrow. 10th one, I get up early every day. Circle the word every. 11. Formerly we lived in Kolkata. Formerly, underline the word. 12th one, that day he arrived late. Underline the word late. Adverbs of degree. Read these sentences. The rose is very beautiful. His face was nearly black. The man was almost angry. The word very is used with the adjective beautiful and tells us how or to what degree beautiful the rose is. The word nearly is used in the adjective black and tells how black his face was. The word almost is used with the adjective angry and tells how angry the man was. These are adverbs of degree. Read the following sentences. The boy runs very quickly. He speaks rather slowly. He drove most carefully. The word very is used with the adverb quickly and tells how quickly the boy runs. The word rather is used with the adverb slowly and tells how slowly he speaks. The word most is used with the adverb carefully and tells how carefully he droves. Next, we may now say that an adverb is a word used with a verb or an adjective or another adverb to add something to its meaning. Next, exercise 4. Underline the adverb of degree in the following sentences. First one, he spoke very kindly to them. Underline the word very, adverb of degree. Second, the day passed very pleasantly. Underline the word very. Third one, he writes extremely well. Underline the word extremely. Fourth one, please work less noisily. Underline the word less. Fifth one, he writes quite beautifully. Underline the word quite. Sixth one, we missed you so much. Underline the word so. Seventh, he is very kind to his servant. Underline the word very. 8. These mangoes are almost ripe. Underline the word almost. 9. The cup is nearly full. Underline the word nearly. 10. We spent a very pleasant day. Underline the word very. 11. He is somewhat lazy. Underline the word somewhat. 12. This sum is quite easy. Underline the word quite. Interrogative adverbs. Read these sentences. When did you come? Where is Abdul? How did you do it? Why are you late? In the above sentences, the word when, where, how, why are adverbs which are used in asking questions. They are therefore called interrogative adverbs. Exercise 5. Underline the adverb in the following sentences. State their kind and name the word they modify. Slowly and sadly we led him down. Slowly is the manner. Sadly is also the manner. And down is a place. Modifies the word led. Second, things are not better at present. Better is a manner and modifies the word are. Modifies are. Third, the weather is delightfully cool. Delightfully is the degree, modifies the word cool. Fourth one, he is old enough to know better. Enough is the degree and better is the manner and modifies the word old and know. Fifth one, how brightly the moon shines. How is the degree, modifies the word brightly. Sixth one, how did you manage it? How is the interrogative, modifies the word did manage. Seventh, He went quickly from the house but soon returned there. Quickly is the manner, soon is the time, there is the place, modifies the word went, returned. Okay, next 8. I shall be there presently. There is the place, presently is the time, modify shall be. Degree of comparison. Some adverbs like adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. Such adverbs are generally compared like adjectives. If the adverb is of one syllable, we form the comparative by adding er and the superlative by adding est to the positive as. Positive, comparative, superlative. Fast, faster, fastest, soon, sooner, soonest, near, nearer, nearest. Adverb ending in ly form the comparative by adding more and the superlative by adding most as. The crow flies swiftly, the hawk flies more swiftly than the crow, pigeons fly most swiftly of all birds. Positive, comparative, superlative. Comfortably, more comfortably, most comfortably. Happily, more happily, most happily. Kindly, more kindly, most kindly. Loudly, more loudly, most loudly. Noisily, more noisily, most noisily. But note, early, earlier, earliest. I came early in this morning, Rama came earlier, Hari came earliest of all. A few adverbs are compared irregularly. Positive, comparative, superlative. Well, better, best. Badly, worse, worst. Much, more, most. Little, less, least. Late, later, latest, last. Far, farther, farthest. So with this we have completed chapter number 13. Now we are going to complete chapter 14, prepositions. Read the following sentences. The book is on the desk. He came with me. The letter is from a friend of mine. I do not believe in such customs. Each of the above sentences contain a word that shows the relationship between two nouns or pronouns. Definition: a preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show in what relation the person or thing denoted by the noun stands to something else. All this, on, with, is, from, a, in, these are all are prepositions. Okay children, the preposition must have an object or the sentence is not complete. If we say the letter is from, the sentence is not complete. The letter must be from somebody or some place. We must say the letter is from Rama or the letter is from Mumbai or something similar. The noun or pronoun that follows a preposition is said to be governed by the preposition and is called its object. Underline the preposition and circle its object in each of the following sentence. First one, he is blind in one eye. Underline the preposition in and circle the object, that is I. His house is near mine. Underline near and circle mine. Third one, he returned after a year. After underline and year, circle. Have you seen a rose with a thorn? Underline the word without and circle the thorn. Fifth one, what are you looking at? Circle the word what, underline at. Sixth one, what is he talking about? Circle the word what and underline the word about. She is weak in arithmetic. Underline the word in and circle arithmetic. Eighth one, the horse jumped over the hedge. Underline the word over and circle the word hedge. She spoke in a whisper. Underline the word in and circle the word whisper. The boy climbed up the ladder. Underline the word up and circle the word ladder. Now, in, on, at. Note the use of in, on, at in the following sentences. We stayed in London for 3 days. Our plane stopped at London on the way to New York. I have lived in this village for 5 years. Does the bus stop at that village? We use in which cities, towns and villages we think of them as areas. We use at when we see the city, town or village as a point on a journey. We use at to walk about addresses. If we merely give the name of the street, we use in they live at 72 Tilak Street. They live in Tilak Street. We use in with parts of the day. I will see him in the afternoon or in the evening. Expectation at night. We say on plus a day plus a part of the day. I will see him on Saturday afternoon. Since and for. Note the use of since and for in the perfect tenses. Since is used with a point of time and for with a period of time. Since 8 o'clock last week, 2nd May 2001, my childhood. For 2 hours, several days, a fortnight, 3 days, 3 years, a long time. I have known him since 2000 for a long time. We have been waiting since 9:30 for an hour. Next, till 2. Till is used of time and to is used of a place. I slept till 8 o'clock. They waited till sunset. They fasted till the hour of our prayer. They wept till dawn. They stopped till the end of the day. He walked to the end of the road. With by. With often denotes the instrument and by the agent as he killed 2 birds with one shoot. He was stabbed by a lunatic. In within. In before a noun denoting a period of time means at the end of, within means before the and of as. I shall return in an hour. I shall return within an hour. Exercise 2. Insert the correct preposition in each of the following sentence. The dog jumped into the river. The portrait was painted by a famous artist. I have not seen him for a long time. He was killed by the robber with a hatchet. How long have you stayed in this village? We live at 36 Park Street. He has been working in this factory for 3 years. She has been ill since last month. We met him on Sunday morning. We walked from the museum to the station. Exercise 3. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate preposition. He has spent his life in Delhi. I saw him felling a big tree with a hatchet. He travelled 120 kilometers in 2 hours. 4th, he is laid down with fever since yesterday. He rushed into my room panting for breath. The Rajdhani Express is due at 3 p.m. The child has been missing since last Tuesday. The portrait was painted by Ravi Verma. He hanged himself with a piece of cloth. He was born in a small village in Gujarat. Position of preposition. Rules. The preposition is usually placed before the noun or pronoun it governs, but it is often placed at the end of the sentence when the relative pronoun is omitted, as that is the boy whom I am speaking of. In interrogative sentences, the preposition is often placed at the end of as what are you talking about, what is this made up of, what do you want for me, who are you looking for. When the object is the relative pronoun that makes the preposition is always placed as the end, as here is the book that you asked for, this is the boy that I spoke of. The preposition is also placed at the end of when emphasis is required, as this I insist on, such conduct I am at a loss to account for. Certain verb, nouns and adjectives are always followed by particular prepositions. Read the following sentences. Note the correct preposition after each word in italics. First one, he agreed to my proposal. He supplied the poor with clothing. Silkworm feed on mulberry leaves. He is engaged to my cousins. He was punished for misconduct. He was dressed in a white sari. Sorry, she was dressed in a white sari. I beg leave to differ from you. I warned him of the danger. He was born of the poor parents. Beware of pickpockets. The doctor cured him of asthma. What is the matter with the child? The doctor cured him. I had difficulty in finding his address. Little Jack proved quite a match for the gent. This drug acts as a preservative of malaria. He is dependent on his parents. He is bonded by a contract. He is deficient in common sense. He is indifferent to his own interests. He is blind in one eye. Oil is good for burns. Alcohol is injurious to health. This pencil is different from that. He is related to me. He is ill with fever. The Moors were famous for their learning. We should provide against risk of fire by injurious or good. The goats subsist on the portraits of food. Exercise 4. Fill in the blanks with correct prepositions. First one, a wise man profit dash experience by. I have a picture similar to yours. You may really dash what he says on. He has no taste for music. You will be sorry for your mistake. His face is familiar to me. His sister died of consumption. He is married to my cousin. The jury found him guilty of murder. Take care of your health. Complete the sentence with correct preposition. The dog is faithful to his master. My sister is fond of fairy tales. He is always in need of money. He is acquainted with all facts. She is fond of children. Never yield to temptation. This house is suitable for a large family. His face reminds me of his father. This rose differs from that. He is very different from what I expected. So children, with this we have completed chapter number 14. You are going to complete your work on page number 62, exercise 1 and 2, and 63, exercise 3, 64, exercise 4 and 5, and then chapter 14, page number 66, 67, exercise 1, then 68, exercise 2 and 3, and 69, exercise 3, then 69 and then 70, exercise 4 A and B. So complete your work in your textbooks. Thank you.